Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Now we are going to cover the next 10 questions of CPET PYQ 2025 education. It is the part 4 video. Move to the next question. Question number 31. Which of the following best differentiates assessment from evaluation in an education context? Option A. Assessment focuses on the final outcomes while evaluation include ongoing feedbacks. Evaluation is learner-centered whereas assessment is teacher-centered. Option C. Assessment is broader term encompassing evaluation, measurement and testing. Assessment is formative in nature while evaluation is strictly summative. Which one is correct? Assessment focuses on final outcomes. As you know, evaluation always focuses on the final outcome. So the first option is cut. Evaluation is learner center, whereas assessment is teacher center. There is no any concept of evaluation is learner center or assessment is teacher center. Teacher center, learner center, it is not. So option B also cut down. Then assessment is broader term encompassing evaluation, measurement and testing. As you know, assessment not a broader term. Evaluation is the broader term covering assessment, measurement and testing. So also it is wrong. Assessment is formative in nature while evaluation is strictly summative. Strictly summative, yes, summative end product. Evaluation always differ the end product, so that summative, it is always summative. So option D sound very well, so that the option D is the correct answer. Then move to the next question. Which of the following types of evaluation is most suitable for identifying specific learning difficulties in students? Learning difficulties in students. Placement evaluation, summative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, norm reference evaluation. Placement evaluation. Placement evaluation judges the starting point of the students. Summative evaluation judges the end product. So diagnostic means diagnose. Something should be reduced. The problem should be reduced. That should specific learning difficulties. Learning difficulties, it is coming in the duration of the learning of the learner. So that diagnostic evaluation is related to this. Then norm reference evaluation. Norm reference means it is one of the criteria evaluation. So diagnostic evaluation is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. Then move to the next question. Which type of reliability estimation would be most appropriate for assessing the consistency of a psychological test over time? Which type of reliability estimation would be most appropriate for assessing the consistency of a psychological test over time? Test reliability, inter-rate reliability, internal consistency reliability, face validity. Which one is correct? Test reliability means one test is there, again the test should be evaluated, the result will come same. This is test reliability over the time. Then inter-rate reliability, it means a test is there, two individual evaluate separately, the test result will become same. It is inter-rate reliability. Internal consistency means the test how consistently show its result. So the test reliability, it means test reliability, it means a test is evaluated frequently and the frequently over the time. That's why the result will comes same, that is test retest reliability. So test retest reliability always show the over time. So the correct answer is option A. Test retest reliability measure the stability and consistency of test scores over times. Okay, the over time terms if come, then the test retest reliability related to it. Okay, so always remember it. Then move to the next question. What is the primary purpose of using rubric in assessment? Rubric is a scoring tool. Remember it. Option A, to ensure that all students receive the same numerical score. To provide a detailed standardized evaluation of student information based on specific criteria. To replace traditional grading system with an alternative approach. To simplify the assessment process by eliminating subjective value. To ensure that all students receive the same here it is incorrect. To provide a detailed standardized evaluation of a student performance based on specific criteria. Yes, it is a criteria specific evaluation tool. Rubric is a criteria specific evaluation tool. So option B is listen as a sound but to replace traditional grading system with an alternative approach. Yes, it is also listen as sound to simplify the assessment process by eliminating subjective judgment not here coming. So option B or option C, which one is correct? Option B is correct because it is a specific criteria. Replace traditional grading system. Which one? I have came option B is more correlated with the rubrics. So a rubric provides clear criteria and performance level, ensuring objectivity, transparent and standardized assessment. So that option B is a correct answer. Then move to the next question. Question number 35. Which of the following is an example of a non-standardized tool? Non-standardized tools. Standardized achievement test, interview schedule, stoichiometry, aptitude test. Which one? Interview schedule. The correct answer is interview schedule. Interview schedule are non-standardized because they are flexible and subjective, unlike standardized tests. So that it is the non-standardized tools. Move to the next questions. Which of the following is an example of a criteria reference evaluation? Criteria. Set of a criteria means there is a criteria, I have to crack it, then it will be confirmed. So there is a criteria. Option A is student must score 80% to pass. A student is compared to performance of other in the class. A student's achievement is compared with national average. A student's performance compared with performance of other class. If here is norm reference, then comparison come with the groups of the other class. So it is norm reference, but a criteria reference always set of the criteria. A student must score 80%. So correct answer is option A. Now move to next question. Which of the following is true about a portfolio as a tool for assessment? Option A is it measures a student's performance on a single test. Option B, it involves the collection of subjects' work over times. Option C, it involves only numerical data without qualitative assessment. Option D, it is the opinion of pre about students' performance. Portfolio. It's said about portfolio. It measures student performance on a single test. Single test. How it is possible? It involves the collection of students work over times. Yes. Portfolio always set up the collection of the detailed information about the students over times. It involves only numerical. It is cut down. It is the opinion. How? It is a scoring tool, yeah. So opinion is not coming. Option B is correct answer. Then move to next question. APA style. Here is for option, you have to choose which is one of the FPA style. FPA style always prefer first title, then name the first letter of the name, then the first letter of the name, then year of publication, then title of the book, then publisher. See where is it is author's last name, yes, correct. Final initial, first initial, yes, first letter, first initial, year of publication, title of the book, publisher. Its listen sound, option correct is option A is correct. Move to the next question. In an experimental study, what is the primary function of a control group? To manipulate the independent variable, to receive the same treatment as the experimental group, to serve as a baseline for comparing the effect of the independent variable, to ensure equal representation of all demographic groups. Which one is correct? To experimental study, what is the primary function of a control group? What is the primary function of a control group? Is there is a control group, what should be its primary function? To serve as a baseline for comparing the effect of the independent variable. Option C is listened as a sound is the correct answer. The control groups provide a baseline to compare and determine the true effect of the independent variables. Okay, option C is correct. Next, move to the last questions of today's session. 14. A population in a research refers to only students in a classroom, the entire group that the researcher want to generalize findings to, a small sample of individuals, the respondent in a questionnaire survey. Only word is coming so that it is cut down. The entire group, yes, listen sound, a small sample, it coming under the sample, the respondent in a questionnaire survey, questionnaire note. So entire group, population is population is, what is population? Population is representing the entire group, yes or no? Population always represent the entire group of the items. So the entire groups that the researcher want to generalize findings to. So option B is the correct answer. So friends, thank you to listen till the end of the video. I hope it is informative and meaningful for you who are preparing CPET 2026 in education paper.